What is an elder law rider on an insurance policy? Well, if you're here, that means you probably have questions about how to protect your home and life savings from long-term care and nursing home costs, and you may be considering long-term care or other insurance as part of your plan. Well, in today's video, I'll discuss how insurance is one option for covering those costs, and in particular, what an elder law rider is. Hi, I'm Chuck Roulette. I'm an attorney licensed to practice law in both the state of Minnesota as well as Florida, and we have offices and staff in both locations. And in our Minnetonka office, we help our clients and their families throughout the Twin Cities in the state of Minnesota. And in our Venice office, which is just south of Sarasota, we help our clients and their families on the Gulf Coast as well as throughout the state of Florida. So today we're going to talk about what an elder law rider is or a long-term care rider is on an insurance policy. Now, some things you need to be aware of. According to multiple studies, approximately 72% of people over the age of 65 are going to need some form of long-term care. Now, whether that's in the form of a home health aide, assisted living, or even what we tend to think of as sort of, kind of worst case scenario is nursing home. We also know that the average length of care for a man is 2.2 years, and the average length of care for a woman is 3.7. So that means for the average, married couple, you're looking about 5.9, almost 6 years of coverage. In 2021, according to Genworth, one of the largest providers of long-term care insurance in the country, the national average cost for a home health aide was over $5,000 a month. The average cost for assisted living was over $4,500 a month. A semi-private nursing home room was $7,900, almost $8,000 a month, and a private nursing home room was running over $9,000 a month. Now, I can also tell you that in Minnesota and Florida, the costs are much higher than the national average. In fact, if you want to learn more about this, you can check out my free guide, Save Our Home, How to Protect Your Home and Life Savings from Long-Term Care and Nursing Home Costs. There's a link in the description below, or you can visit saveourhome.com. So again, that means for the average married couple, they're likely to spend anywhere between $500,000 to nearly $1.5 million. That's actually what the projected costs are in the next few years to cover long-term care or nursing home costs. Now, one of the ways of paying for that is through insurance. Now, one of the options is what's known as long-term care insurance. However, there are a number of potential issues with long-term care insurance. One, not everyone can qualify for it. Again, many people, due to age, current or prior health history, simply do not qualify for long-term care insurance. And second issue is not everyone can afford it. Again, just as the costs of long-term care are skyrocketing, so are the premiums on the insurance policies to help cover those costs. So many people who have long-term care policies are actually finding out they can't afford to keep them as they age and are most likely to need them. So again, not everyone can qualify. And even if you can qualify, many people are finding out that they can't afford the policy or can't afford to maintain a policy that they already have in place. A third issue with some of the policies is they may not cover everything. Many people discover that the policy they have, due to monthly and or lifetime policy limits or even certain policy exclusions, discover that the policy is unlikely to cover all of their costs. Another concern for some people is paying for insurance that they may not need. Now, I've had a number of people tell me that they're concerned about paying for long-term care insurance since it's expensive and they're concerned that they might not need it. Well, one, that's the nature of insurance. I mean, we buy auto and homeowners insurance in case we ever need it, while hoping we never do. And long-term care insurance, like any other insurance, is no different. Secondly, we know 72% of people over age 65 are going to need some form of long-term care. So the likelihood is good that either you or spouse or a family member is going to need it. So one option to consider is to add a long-term care insurance rider, or an elder law rider, as it's sometimes known, to a life insurance policy. Now, by adding it as a rider, it helps to keep the premiums down because it's just an addition to a life insurance policy. And it has the added benefit that if for some reason you beat the odds and you don't require long-term care, the life insurance proceeds will still be paid out to your family upon your passing because the life insurance policy is in place. So that's what a long-term care or elder care rider is to a life insurance policy. Now, if you'd like to learn more about why your existing plan or lack of one, is likely to fail just when your family needs it most, and how to put a plan in place that makes it as easy and inexpensive as possible for your family while protecting your assets, I'm actually going to be hosting a free online masterclass, and there's a link in the description below. And in there, we'll talk about financial powers of attorney, living wills, healthcare directives. We'll discuss wills versus trusts and how you might decide which is the best fit for your family. We'll talk about tax minimization strategies. And we'll even talk about some of the strategies and tactics I use with my private clients that can help them protect the funds and the assets that they leave for their children and grandchildren. Again, we can actually put provisions in your plan that can protect your kids' inheritance in the event that they get divorced, they get sued, have a medical emergency, or something else happens in their life. And again, there's a link in the description below. It's a free online masterclass. And if you'd like to learn more about how you can protect your home and life savings from long-term care and nursing home costs, again, download my free guide, Save Our Home, How to Protect Your Home and Life Savings from Long-Term Care and Nursing Home Costs. You can get the guide at saveourhome.com, and there's a link in the description below. And again, if you have any questions about powers of attorney, healthcare directives, wills, trusts, or how to protect your assets, post it in the comments below. If I see it, I might answer your question in an upcoming video. So again, I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you click the links. We'll see you soon, and be well.